Hi, Sarah. Merry Christmas again. I really do love the e-cards. It's great to hear about Charlie getting his travel time in. Even if it's mostly walking. I can imagine how beautiful the neighborhoods in Seattle are. I did get in quite a bit of walking myself before I left. I was going to get back to you and maybe fill in some of the gaps. I know I've been leaving comments in my previous emails that would raise some eyebrows.
I don't remember exactly the sequence, but I ended up back up.
It seems that being familiar with someone leads to less restricted speech, despite the change in time and culture. But I realize you guys probably have no idea what happened to me before I left Seattle.
Mediterranean Express on Broadway.
I had been sober almost a year by the time I was forced into homelessness. I had definitely set the stage, but I needed some actors to complete the process. I put everything I owned into storage off of Mercer, right off the highway. And I was out in the streets. I slept in front of the courthouse downtown a couple nights. And finally got the opportunity to get into a tent at Nicholsville in Ballard. Named Nicholsville after former Mayor Nichols, and it being sanctioned and promoted by the former mayor. The land having been donated, I was there 9 months. Down by the locks. It snowed 4 times that winter in Ballard. To be allowed to stay there, I had to attend weekly meetings and a monthly meeting downtown. This organization received money from the city, and they ran it like a socialist branch of the government. Equality of outcome. Sounds nice. Until you're forced to be equal to the lowest common denominator every week at the meetings.
I got there and they didn't have the food ready, and
The topics always revolved around things like how we all deserved housing, which we didn't. How the rich are greedy and evil, despite the enormous generosity of the community and the rest of Seattle. And also, finally, most important, how they plan on toppling the capitalists and the democratic system. So it was basically indoctrination. We'll give you a place to live, but you gotta follow us. The 2 main organizers, Scott and Andrew, work for the city to help manage the many sites that popped up in the last 10 years. These are the sanctioned sites, not all of the sites. Both of these guys exist as homeless, floating between a few sites. Scott was a big Che Guevara fan. At least he loved wearing that fucking t-shirt. Che Guevara. Fashion made fascism cool. Rebellion is one thing. Idolizing murdering sociopaths is another. Scott embodied the true philosophy of so many Marxists.
Sitting outside the Ballard.
It's not that they actually love the poor, it's just that they hate the rich.
Because I came home, but I have to tell this story. Anyways, sit there for like 20 minutes, and I'm just like, I don't
You
really
can
give a
picture the
shit,
guy.
man. At least I'm doing
He
something.
actually looked like Karl Marx on a bad day. The other homeless rep, Andrew, was a recovered junkie from Philly. He was a saint when it came to helping people who just hit the streets. At least for me, he was. I remember sitting in my storage unit off of Mercer with no place to go, talking on the phone to Andrew and trying to figure out what I was going to do next. I got both Andrew's number and Scott's number by visiting one of the Nicholsville
Has a piece of paper.
tent cities, which was actually a Nicholsville tiny village
I swear to God, man, it's so much like carpentry and construction.
located close to
It's like anytime
Unkle Ike's on 23rd, a frequent visitation site. The people at that tiny village gave me 2 numbers, and I took a photo of that piece of paper, which is something that I would do to keep track of it on my phone and into the cloud, basically. Scott's name was on the top, and he never did answer any of my calls. But again, Andrew. He was the first comforting voice I had heard since I had sobered up. But Andrew had every intention of breaking the system.
Yeah. And then I could see her, going,
He made sure that we had certain ideas about what we deserved, what our rights were, and most of all, that we were victims. My man Yuri Bezmenov would have called Andrew and the rest of us useful idiots.